Hey, from now until the end of the year, Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast will proudly be presented by Pop Punk Takeout, which is a monthly subscription box that gets delivered right to your door, and it's filled with merchandise from pop punk artists from all over the world. Now, they're going to be announcing what artist is going to be a part of their first takeout box very soon here. And in the meantime, you can learn more and sign up at poppunktakeout.com.
Hey, don't forget the tip money.
Try honesty.
I love a good teaser video, don't you? So stay tuned for more info to come from Pop Punk Takeout. And also, additional support for today's episode comes from Chicago singer-songwriter Andrew Robert Palmer and his new album, which is dropping tomorrow, June 3rd. You can give it a listen and buy a copy at Andrew Robert Palmer, the number one, not spelled out, but the number one, .bandcamp.com.
Well, a hearty howdy hi and how do to all you people out there in Pop Punk and Pizza Land. This is ARP of ARP and the Nice Boys, and I've got a deal for you. Right behind me is a very slightly used 2009 vehicle equipped with tail lights, wheels, windows, steering wheel, and everything that has to do with owning a car. But forget about that, because that's not the deal. Today I'm here to talk to you about ARP and the Nice Boys' new record coming out on CD and digital download on Bandcamp on June 3rd. You can download this top-of-the-line ska-influenced, power pop-influenced record on June 3rd at andrewrobertpalmer1.bandcamp.com. Also, be sure to follow ARPRock84 on Instagram for updates on the release of ARP and the Nice Boys. Again, this has been Andrew Robert Palmer from ARP and the Nice Boys. Thanks to Jacques for letting us sponsor today's episode, and enjoy the show.
I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bang a rang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
You're listening to Pop Punk and Pizza with Jacques Lamour.
Hey, welcome to Pop Punk and Pizza. I'm, of course, Jacques Lamour, your host. Forever grateful that you tuned into this podcast to spend a little bit of time with me. And because it is just you and I on this episode, at the beginning of each and every month, today we're recording this live on the internet, June 2nd. So the beginning of each month, I update the Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast Spotify playlist with 10 songs that I think you should check out for that particular month. So now most of these songs are submitted to me, but some of them are usually songs that I pick as well. And if you ever want to submit a song to me, by the way, you can shoot me an email at bangarangradio@gmail.com. There's also a contact form at poppunkpizzapod.com, and you can shoot me music links there. Usually YouTube or Spotify is great. Bandcamp is fine too, or even... what was the other one? SoundCloud. SoundCloud is I'm totally cool with. And then after you get to hear the songs on the episode, I ask you to go to our Pop Punk Pizza Club Facebook group, and you can vote on your favorite one, and then the song with the most votes by the end of the month gets to stay on the Spotify playlist for an additional month. So we're going to find out at the end of this episode what the fan favorite song was from May's 10 Songs episode. So, in no particular order, here's 10 songs for June 2021.
Number 1.
So, based in Long Beach, California, Loose Ends is the most recent project of Andy Rodsny, Kyle Durst, and Ben Wesson, also Matt Lang as well. The new group focuses on combining a variety of influences such as Yellowcard, Strung Out, Brand New, into a musical casserole, if you will, of pop-punk alternative rock songs that guide listeners on a captivating and emotional journey. So the first EP, Tell God You Were Framed, is a conceptual album designed to portray a sonic experience of what leaving the body is like after death and, confronting that higher power and the next chapter of existence. Now, the EP is due out this summer, and the first single off the EP is called Love and Heartache. Loose Ends with Love and Heartache from their upcoming debut EP, Tell God You Were Framed, that is going to be due out this summer, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the whole thing.
Number 2.
So, 60 Lumens is an up-and-coming alternative rock band from Chicago with a sound that's inspired by bands such as My Chemical Romance, Bring Me the Horizon, and Paris, just to name a few. And they just put out a new single, speaking of Paris. The single's called Charade, and the first thing that came to my mind, there's an old Audrey Hepburn movie, and I think Cary Grant is in it as well. It's from the 1960s. If you're into old movies, check out Charade. You'll love it. At least I think it's called Charade. I might be mixing it up with another one. But anyway, so long story short, Charade by 60 Lumens. The single's out now, and the music video for the song is actually going to be dropping tomorrow, June 3rd. So excited to watch the video on that.
Well, maybe I am lost, mind in disarray, self-inflicted superstition when things don't go my way. I've got so many thoughts, they want me to obey. I just want to transcend your memory, my secrets on display. Insidious intentions will lead to misery. Oblivious, a victim of the reverie. How do I convey that you're not what you portray? Treacherous believers, deceivers, make believe that life is fun, but it's not. Chained over receivers, celebrate themselves all day. Step right up to the charade. We all want to be bigger than ourselves, masquerade as someone else, just to impress the ones we hate. This persona we create, it's not who we really are. Without attention we will starve. We're just as ugly as the next. Life's too short to be complex. Insidious intentions will lead to misery. Oblivious, the victim of the reverie. How do I convey that you're not what you portray? Treacherous believers, deceivers, make believe that life is fun, but it's not. Chained over receivers, celebrate themselves all day. Step right up to the charade. It's unbelievable how far you'll go. It's inconceivable you fall so treacherous believers, deceivers, make believe that life is fun, but it's not. Chained over receivers, celebrate themselves all day. Step right up to the charade. Step right up to the charade. Step right up to the charade.
Tell you, that is some seriously thick guitar tones right there, man, and I totally dug them. So that is Charade by 60 Lumens here on Pop Punk and Pizza. The music video, obviously, if you're watching the live stream for this right now, we just watched the lyric video, but the official music video for that song drops tomorrow.
Number 3.
A few months ago, in April, Good Terms released their debut album called Turning Point, which is an energetic collection of songs confronting delusion with adulthood, complacency with relationships, and just overall desperation to break free from that passionless life path and redirect course for one rooted in joy. So with the record, the band hopes to inspire others that are just kind of stuck in those miserable situations and take control of their lives and break free from their own hamster wheels, so to speak. So this is the title track from the Good Terms album, which from the Good Terms album that is officially out now.
Is this my turning point? You remind me I'm capable of joy. Is this my turning point? You remind me I'm capable of joy. Is this my turning point? You remind me I'm capable of joy. I know this moment isn't perfect, but you remind me that it's worth it. It's worth it.
Like, why am I not happy? It's like, on paper, this is great, but it's not.
The important part of all this is the turning point from realizing that you're not fucked up or like that it's not going to be this way forever.
Turning Point by Good Terms here on Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast. That's actually kind of a preview for you because Good Terms is going to be, they're going to be guests on the podcast. I believe we're set up for July. So kind of give you a preview there on that one.
Number 4.
So starting up just before the COVID-19 pandemic, Nashville-based band Sideline Heroes is fired up. They're ready to start playing shows again, just like everybody else, right? Or if not playing shows, going to shows. And their newest single is called Wearing at the Seams, and they submitted it to me, and I just fell in love with it. So let's go ahead and give it a listen.
Called it off again today. No point of second chances, they all end the same. In this world of make-believe, I'm captivated by the spell you have on me. And now you're gone without a sound. She left me on the page she's turning, wearing up the stains, and I'm the first in line to be torn away. Wish you the best and you deserve it. And after everything, I'll be the first in line to catch you if you fall. And over time we'll drift away until you're on another planet miles away. Haven't found the words to say, but hypnotized I'll let you get the best of me. And now you're gone without a sound. And now your silence is oh so loud. She left me on the page she's turning, wearing at the seams, and I'm the first in line to be torn away. Wish you the best and you deserve it. And after everything, I'll be the first in line to catch you if you fall. And we'll go back to the place we used to know. I call home. She left me on the page she's turning, wearing at the stains, and I'm the first in line to be torn away. Wish you the best and you deserve it. And after everything, I'll be the first in line to catch you if you fall. And we'll go back to the place we used to know.
Wearing at the Seams by Sideline Heroes out of Nashville.
Number 5.
So signed to Manic Cat Records, Neverland is a pop-punk band from the Bay Area consisting of mostly women, which there are two guys now. There are two guys in the band, but the fact that there's 3 women in the band is to me is pretty badass. So from their 2020 album, this is Beauty Sleep, or from their 2020 album, Beauty Sleep is Matches.
California Governor ordered all California residents to stay home as much as possible until further notice. All Bay Area counties, including San Francisco, Alameda.
You're striking all the matches, hoping none will spark. I know the past year for you has been hard. I'll keep your secrets safe here, no matter the importance. But why ask for my help when you'll ignore it? But I guess a little bit of common sense reflects whatever good in you is left. You know you're not that cunning. I know you're up to something. Break down, but it's what you need when your head is up in the clouds. Bring it to your feet. So glad that you're awake now. That's what you get. That's what you get. So just own it. So there's a difference in comfort and trust, in shades of red, in loyalty and lust. Enough's enough. Your time is up. Don't try to convince me it's just bad luck. And I guess a little bit of self-respect can't correct promises you never can. And all your words meant nothing. Still always up to something. Break down, but it's what you need when your head is up in the clouds. Bring it to your feet. So glad that you're awake now. That's what you get. That's what you get. So just own it. I don't think I'll be seeing you again. I don't think I'll be seeing you again. I don't think I'll be seeing you. Don't think I'll be seeing you. Maybe you can't help it. Maybe you're just selfish. Maybe you don't know you're running out of time. You're striking all the matches, hoping none will spark. Hoping none will spark. Break down, but it's what you need when your head is up in the clouds. Bring it to your feet. So glad that you're awake now. That's what you get. That's what you break down, but it's what you need when your head is up in the clouds. Bring it to your feet. So glad that you're awake now. That's what you get. That's what you get. So just own it. Yeah, and that's what you get. So just own it.
Neverlin with Matches from their 2020 album Beauty Sleep. Make sure I should mention once again, if you like any of these songs, you can go to the Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast Spotify playlist and make sure you follow the playlist. And then if there's a certain song that you like, then you can find the band's Spotify page and follow them and just stream the hell out of their music, of course. We're about halfway through our 10 songs for June 2021 episode. We'll get to number 6 in just a couple of minutes, but I want to mention once again, for the rest of the year, Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast is being presented by Pop Punk Takeout, which I could not be more excited about. So it's a brand new company. It's run by two great people, Veronica and Scott, and they had this incredible idea about delivering merchandise from pop punk bands all over the world directly to your doorstep in a takeout food box. And they're making it happen. And they approached me like several months ago about this. And they're like, hey, what do you think of this idea? And I thought, there's something there. There's like, this could be an incredible thing. And they're finally doing it. And I'm proud to be a part of it. So they plan to announce what artist is going to be featured in the first takeout box coming up soon. So make sure you sign up for their mailing list in the meantime at poppunktakeout.com. And you can also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Pop Punk Takeout. And then additional support for today's episode comes from my good friend Andrew Robert Palmer. He's a wonderful singer-songwriter out of the Chicago area. He's been on Pop Punk and Pizza before as well. So if you want to learn more about Andrew, you can listen to episodes 43 and 76. We had a blast together. And Andrew, he's dropping a new record tomorrow, June 3rd, on his Bandcamp, which is Andrew Robert 1, and that's the number 1. It's not spelt out. It's actually just the number 1. .bandcamp.com. And one of the new songs you'll hear on the album is called Sign of Weakness.
Try my damnedest to be patient and play a little rock and roll till one day I break down laughing in a great wave of relief. There's nothing left to do now, darling, except to sit and grit our teeth. Is it a sign of weakness, son of a gun? When all my strength is gone, I hope I didn't let you down. Is it a sign of weakness, son of a gun? Another silly song, I hope I didn't let you down.
Andrew Robert Palmer, my dear friend, singer-songwriter out of Chicago with Sign of Weakness. That is one of the many songs you're going to hear on his brand new album that is dropping tomorrow on Bandcamp. So once again, the Bandcamp link is Andrew Robert Palmer, the number 1.bandcamp.com. Please show him some love and support. And if you want to learn more about him, listen to episodes 43 or 76, or both of them, of Pop Punk and Pizza when Andrew was on the show. Let's get back to our songs.
Number 6.
So every month I try to include at least one cover song on the Pop Punk and Pizza a podcast Spotify playlist. And this one actually isn't officially out yet. It drops this Friday, June 4th, so just a couple days away. It's Stealing Home from San Francisco. They decided to do their own version of Post Malone's song called Circles, and I thought they did an incredible job, so I was like, yeah, let's add this to the list this month.
but no, I ain't too proud. I couldn't be there, even when I tried. You don't believe it, we do this every time. Seasons change and our love went cold. See the flame 'cause we can't let it go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, let go. I got a feeling that it's time to let go. I'd say so. I knew that this was due from the get-go. You thought that it was special, but it was just a sex love, and I still hear the echoes. I got a feeling that it's time to let it go, Seasons change and our love went cold. See the flame 'cause we can't let it go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take the blame. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away. Maybe you don't understand what I'm going through. It's only me. What you got to lose? Make up your mind. Tell me what are you gonna do? It's only me. Let it go.
Stealing Home with their version of Post Malone Circles. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that song, or the Post Malone version, that is, just because my day job is working for a top 40 radio station. So when Circles was released as a single, we played it constantly. It was actually one of the few Post Malone songs I liked. So I was really happy that Stealing Home chose that as a song to cover.
Number 7.
So number 7 brings us to Canadian skate punk legends Belvedere. They barely need an introduction just because they've been around for 25 plus years at this point. So they're heroes of the fast, furious melodic punk who really never lost their roots. And their stunning 6th full-length album, Hindsight is the Sixth Sense, was just released last month via Thousand Island Records and Lockjaw Records. And one of the several catchy songs you're going to find on the album is called Good Grief Retreat.
They killed him where he sat. This proletariat doesn't know a day goes by. When he dies, the children cry. An economic apologist, he purses through his lips, doesn't stand for empathy, doesn't work for you and me, and I'll say now, that's how we took a leap of faith, and he rode the street, no enclaves anymore. With no divide, unite his peers, the devil's face becoming clear. Souvenir, a lonely wave of tears. Don't go easy when they're down. Compound interest till they drown. An economy that doesn't care. The new Dodd-Frank nightmare. Present laws with little things. Mass oppression by the banks. And we say now, that's how we took a leap of faith. And he rode the street, no shelter anymore. With no divide, united peers. The corporate veil should disappear.
Belvedere with Good Grief Retreat. That's from their brand new record, just came out in May via Thousand Island Records and Lockjaw Records, called Hindsight in the Sixth Sense. I've listened to half of the album, and I got to listen to the rest, but seriously, there's not a song on there that I don't like. There's even a song that actually features Roger Lima from Less Than Jake, so definitely, and there's some other, I think there's 2 other songs that feature different artists as well, so definitely worth picking up or just giving a listen to on Spotify.
Number 8.
So with June being Pride Month, I wanted to include at least one artist that has recently had a transition of sorts. And the first band that came to my mind was We Are the Union. Now, lead vocalist Reed Wolcott was a guest on Pop Punk and Pizza 2 years ago, or maybe it's been 3 years at this point. Now, recently, Reed reintroduced himself to everyone as a woman instead of a man. And it takes a lot of guts to obviously do something like that. And I admire her courage for that. So as far as We Are the Union is considered, the tunes they've never been better, honestly. And their new album, Ordinary Life, is coming out this Friday, June 4th, via Bad Time Records. And the latest single from the album is called Make It Easy. And look at the teacher in the video, because you might recognize that person.
I've been thinking about your taxidermy dreams, conjured future memories of you and me. Thinking about your taxidermy dreams, conjured future memories of you and me between the evergreens. What would you do if you knew? I think your cold-hearted act is cute, and I wanna drive west and kiss you. And I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you love me. Make it easy. I've been thinking about a silver screen love, just a super cut of us in faded colors like Wes Anderson on painted porcelain. Traded drags outside the melody. Hey, your friends asked if we were on a date. You said ask me again in a decade. Had to tell me that you love me, make it easy. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Had to tell me that you want me, make it easy. Tell me that you love me, oh. 'Cause in my heart it's the day I met you, and it's butterflies at the bar, and in my mind you dream about me too. Backs on the hood, staring back at the stars, in heaven with you, in heaven with you. Can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you love me, make it easy. I can't speak and I can't sleep. Tessa, tell me that you want me, make it easy. Tell me that you need me, oh.
Make it easy. We are the Union on Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast. I figured that was a great way to celebrate Pride Month, or at least to recognize it this month here on the show. Now, their brand new record, Ordinary Life, dropping this Friday, June 4th, via Bad Time Records. And if you didn't recognize who the teacher was, I mean, the graphic said it in the beginning, but Scott Klopfenstein. He was a guest previously on Pop Punk and Pizza, and he was a longtime member of Real Big Fish. So how cool is that?
Number 9.
So continuing the ska punk sound for the next track is Southern California band Half Past Two, which We Are the Union, originally from Michigan. They're pretty much based in California now, but they do have members all over the place. But anyway, long story short, one of my new favorite ska punk bands to discover within the last year was Half Past Two. And they just announced last month they're signing with Pay Attention Records to release a new full-length album this fall. And one of the songs you can expect to hear on that record is their new single, which is Some Nights.
Dwell on past reactions or distractions. Lately I've been breaking my own rule. A sad song to bring you up, a happy place from when you were young. Memories that shaped everything about you. Some nights I wonder, when will this happiness be over? Is it all just something I've made up inside my head? I hope it's not, 'cause this is fine by me. Maybe it's just optimistic, thinking that this time will be different. Have I finally pieced it all together? Will it all just fail again? Nothing changes beginning to end. Am I destined to a path of a never-ending uphill battle? Just long enough to knock me down again. Some nights I wonder, when will this happiness be over? And is it all just something I've made up inside my head? I hope it's not, 'cause this is fine by me. Some nights I wonder, when will this happiness be over? And is it all just something I've made up inside my head? I hope it's not, 'cause this is fine by me.
Past 2, their latest single, Some Nights, which is from their forthcoming album, which is supposed to be out this fall via Pay Attention Records. Their lead vocalist, Tara, has been a guest on the podcast if you want to go back and listen to that one if you haven't already. It was a lot of fun. She's really great to talk to, and if you just want to learn more about Half Past 2, you should definitely do that.
Number 10.
So the last song on our 10 Songs for June 2021 episode comes from Calgary Canadian pop-punk band Only the Strong. Now their newest single, Picking Up the Pieces, is about recovering from a toxic situation, and it's got a lot of bounce to it, which is what attracted me to the song. That's Only the Strong with Picking Up the Pieces, which is our final 10 songs for June 20, or final songs for our 10 Songs for June 2021 episode. Now, each month, I, after playing these songs for you on the episode, and you can find all of these songs once again on the Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast Spotify playlist, going through all the songs, taking an extra listen to them, trying to figure out which one is your favorite. Because you can go to the Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast Club Facebook group and vote for your favorite one, because the song with the most votes gets to stay on the playlist for another month. And the fan favorite song from May's 10 Songs episode was You Don't Know Anything by I Am Spartacus.
You You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. I think it's time to pull the plug and shut you down. 'Cause you've been making me look bad all over town. And you're running all the time. I guess I used to think that you were mine. Now I don't even trust myself when you're around. You're just saying, I'm just saying. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything at all. I wish that you would take a break once in a while. 'Cause you've been talking like it's going out of style. And you sold your better judgment on the false pretense that it would only cost your 2 cents. I bet you don't even remember how to smile. You're just saying, I'm just saying. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything at all. You don't know anything at all. You're just saying, I'm just saying. No one asked you anyway. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything. You don't know, you don't know, you don't know anything at all. You don't know anything at all. You don't know anything at all.
There it is, the fan favorite song for the month of May. You Don't Know Anything by I Am Spartacus, throwing out all those Simple Plan vibes, which I totally love, and I was happy to see that that was voted fan favorite song of the month. And make sure, like I said, once again, you join the Pop Punk and Pizza Club Facebook group, and you vote for your favorite vote for your favorite song from this June episode, and whichever one with the most votes stays on the playlist for another month. It's a pretty cool thing. So that's going to be it for this episode of Pop Punk and Pizza. I'm Jacques Lamour. Thank you so much for being here on the live stream or listening to the podcast later on, which you can find on all podcast platforms or at poppunkpizzapod.com. You can also buy merch there. You can sign up for our mailing list. You can submit your band's music or possibly be a guest on a future episode as well. You can do all that cool stuff at poppunkpizzapod.com, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at poppunkpizzapod. I'm on Twitter at OnAirWithJL, and then you can just type in Jacques Lamour and I'll pop up on Facebook as well if you want to be Facebook friends. And also, big thank you once again to Andrew Robert Palmer for sponsoring today's episode. His brand new album is dropping tomorrow, June 3rd, on Bandcamp. So you go to Andrew Robert Palmer, the number one .bandcamp.com to listen to it. Buy a copy. Please support him because he's supporting our show. And for the rest of the year, Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast is presented by Pop Punk Takeout, a monthly subscription service where you can get merchandise from pop punk bands from all over the world delivered right to your door in a takeout box, like this pizza one I'm holding in my hands right now, and it's got the Pop Punk Takeout logo on it. And you can sign up for their mailing list right now at poppunktakeout.com. They're going to be announcing very, very soon on when they're launching their first subscription box. And you can also follow them on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok at Pop Punk Takeout. So until we talk next Wednesday, have a great week. I'm actually going to be headed to New York tomorrow for 4 or 5 days. So if you're in the New York City, Brooklyn area, and you think you see a guy that kind of looks like me, there's a chance that it is me. So if that happens, say hello, all right? Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you next Wednesday or talk to you on Thursday when the podcast version drops. But remember, every single episode is live streamed every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch accounts.
Hey, hello, it's nice.